Welcome to another episode of Antonia Unfiltered. The topic for today is, does he truly love himself? All right, let's talk unfiltered for a moment because comfort has been costing us clarity. Let me repeat this here again, like I did in my first episode. This is not about bashing men. This is all about honesty and clarity. So if you haven't watched my first episode, go back and watch it. Okay? A lot of the problems that show up in relationships don't actually start with the other person. They start with the relationship someone has with themselves already. Control issues, defensiveness, competition, sometimes the silent nature. These are not just random behaviors. So today, I want to sit with a question that makes people uncomfortable, but at the same time explains more than it argues or more than, most people will argue about. Does he truly love himself? I'm just counting my finger. Does he truly love himself? Because self-love is one of the most misunderstood concepts we talk about. It's not arrogance, it's not ego, it's not admiring oneself in the mirror. Self-love is self-regulation. Do you have that? It's honesty with yourself. It's being anchored enough inside your own body that you don't need to dominate or disappear or defend in order to just feel safe. You don't need all that to feel safe, basically. So someone who genuinely loves himself doesn't need control to feel steady. And when someone doesn't love themselves, it shows. It shows in the power struggles. It shows in needing to control outcomes or to control people. It shows in getting defensive the moment they are being challenged, in going silent during emotional moments because someone doesn't feel safe internally. They try to create safety externally by showing control or just the silent withdrawal. It may not necessarily be on purpose, but they do it consistently. And this is where people get it confused. Ego is often mistaken for self-love, but they are actually opposites. Ego needs validation, self-love doesn't. Ego protects identity, self-love allows growth. Ego avoids accountability, self-love sits with it. Someone who truly loves himself isn't threatened by feedback or criticism or boundaries or honesty. They are steady enough to stay present, even when it's uncomfortable. And that changes everything in a relationship. So when a man is grounded within himself, he doesn't compete with a woman's strength. He doesn't feel diminished by her confidence. He doesn't disappear when things get tough. He doesn't give her the silent treatment or silent withdrawal. He doesn't demand submission in order to feel respected. Self-love creates emotional safety, not because someone is perfect, but because they are available. And this is why strong women tend to feel the absence of self-love early, especially when they are encountering it with their partner. Not because they are critical, not because they are searching for flaws, but because they are emotionally aware of what is going on. They notice when defensiveness replaces curiosity, when silence replaces accountability, and when control replaces trust. They don't always call it out loudly, they adjust inward. They become more self-reliant. So here is a real self-reflection, and it's about an honest one. Can you sit without distraction? So basically, can you sit with yourself without distraction? Can you hold discomfort without projecting it inward? And can you hear truth? Or can you hear the truth without collapsing or retaliating? Because how someone treats themselves is exactly how they show up in love. This isn't about blame. It's about clarity, basically. Yeah, this isn't about blame. It is about being clarity, being truthful to oneself. Because you can't offer emotional safety when you don't even have it. If you don't feel emotionally safe within yourself, you can offer it to someone else. Love doesn't require perfection, it requires grounding. Truth doesn't rush, it reveals. So sit with what came up today. And when self-love is underdeveloped, something else often happens. A woman's willpower gets labeled as dominance. That'll be our next topic. So if this resonated with you, don't rush past it. Like it, save it, share it, and follow for what comes next. See you next time.